All right, true or false, with the advent of full site editing, is there no such thing as we should look like what WordPress looks like? You just defended.
I would say don't change.
We're talking about making the admin sexy, making it more overstyled, making it more, not necessarily React, but React like an app. Most people look at the WordPress admin and they say, this is so ugly, this is so outdated, this hasn't been touched. But are people going to live in that admin anymore with full site editing?
I'm out of touch with how people actually use WordPress to build websites.
Yeah.
But my guess is no, there's tons of reasons they still have to go into the
I agree. Yeah, we're not going to front end like adding your payment gateway settings. Why would we front end that?
No. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
I don't know how we would even. There'd be like the checkout block with the settings thing, and you put your Stripe Connect there. I don't even know.
I feel like Gutenberg's come a long way. Like that block editor for posts has come a long way compared to like first versions that came out.
Mm-hmm.
When I look at the full site editing now, it feels as half baked as the block editor was when it first came out.
Okay.
Like
so we're like
not feel good
18 months away from a place where we'll need to be concerned about these things.
Do you remember that video of people trying to drag and drop like an image into a post, and they were confused about why it didn't work? And then there was a video of it working in Gutenberg. But in reality, I don't know if it's gotten better. It has gotten better, but I still think it's not perfect. Like you said, like the video was like magic editing. You're like, well, it's better than TinyMC at like dragging images where you want them, but you could still, if you randomly try to drag an image in the block editor, you're like get lost and confused. And like,
it jumps around.
Why is it scaled down and up? And
that's any editing. If you randomly add an image in Google Docs, sometimes it's misbehaving.
Yeah, so I feel it's clunky, and you're trying to click on blocks, and you're like. They still have trouble like when blocks are nested, and in full site editing there's a lot more nesting going on.
There's a lot of
You're clicking the menu or the menu item or the divider between the menu items or inside the menu item, and that's where I'm like am I out of touch? And people are like, this is great, it feels natural to them, but it feels like Dreamweaver, and I don't know, it's always been like that mess.
Maybe I could do a little bit of the, what do you call it, the Chrome
the Chrome
of the admin area of Paintbrushes Pro, but not
the actual settings. Yeah, it's just
the settings are still form table, WP. It's all still WordPress message, appearance, WordPress like settings areas,
or like just better, more designed.
Probably color. Just like the tabs. You wouldn't want to change the appearance of them to be more like a menu in the menu.
I think we put the logo in a header.
In a header bar.
If it was like a solid color.
Yeah, it would look a little more like
happy. More, maybe.
Yeah. You wanted to restyle the in-app notifications to be more like the Elementor ones too. I remember that a while ago. You were like, I like the way this looks. Like it had the little Elementor logo floated left of the thing, and it was like two-tone colors. Yeah, it was cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want it to look like WordPress, but then you think to the outside world, you look like an idiot with no front-end design skills.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And some of those theme options pages were really heavily designed, and it like looks weird. It's like you have an app inside.
It does look weird, like an iframe.
But I think people like that. I don't know. I think to most people, they're, I like it. And I always get bugged those toggle buttons. You can't tell if it's on or off. You're like, is it dark gray or the light gray? You can't tell if it's on or off.
What if we just made a list of the most, start from scratch, like we're new people installing Paintbrushes Pro on a new WordPress site, the top 5 things that we think the user interfaces with first. How many people install and uninstall right away? How many people install, set up a little bit, and uninstall? You don't know that. Because that's your first impression.
Yeah.
How do we make that a little bit?
Yeah, it's funny. You only set up your level 1. I was helping someone.
And that's where I
was doing a demo, and they're like, "Why is it buried in the levels?" I was like, "You do this once, and then you never have to come back here usually."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, that makes sense." But the first impression
is freaking do the only thing you said, levels.
Yeah.
Only thing you said. Good one job.
Yeah.
I think one of the most jarring things with the initial install and activation and level setup is your post is disappearing. And I don't know what the right answer is there.
When you say it's required and then all this. Oh, like the categories. You lock the category and then it goes.
And then you get 404. My homepage is a 404.
We had a thing to show the admin a message. Oh, well,
yeah,
you
know
know
what? Do that yet.
That could be pitched too as I'm ready to flip the switch and have defaults admins have access to everything.
Okay.
And do the opposite. Say, hey, by the way, like, non-members won't see this, but you're an admin.
Okay.
Browse as a level. I just
Browse
once wrote like a thing. It was in Toolkit. That's it.
Browse as
Yeah, it's so awkward.
It is.
It's really awkward. Maybe we can build in Switch to on the level. It'd be like browse as this, and it would like
Switch
it would
to
create a phantom user that's a membership level on the fly, and then when you were done, it would clean them up. That might be cool.
Like,
I feel like the browse this level is really awkward, but it would create a user, give them that level, and log you in as that user. And then you're this user, and there's a bar at the top saying you're browsing it. And then when you're done, it would clean up itself and delete the user. It maybe wouldn't even have to put.
So if you did admin has access to everything as an advanced setting, you can turn it off, and it just defaults to true for all new ones based on the DB
I'm
version.
I'm multi-site and I have admins. So shouldn't be members. Then whatever. Then
yeah,
figure that out.
The second you need a directory and you have to make your admin a user.
Everything. Yeah.
You don't want it. Yeah. And if you have different views, it's really tough to.
I think you have to do those things together. I don't know if we didn't release the version where admins had access to everything. I think we might have. We got a lot.
Oh, you think we turned it off?
How do I know it's working? So as many people are like, "Where'd they go?" Just people be like, "How do I know it's working?" And hiding it from them was like, "Oh, see, it's working. Cool." But there's other ways to show them it's working. But we have to be able to show them it's working if we're not going to.
I feel like that's not a large
default to admins.
Effort to code. You're only seeing this because XYZ. It would just be like the PM Pro content, no access filters, right?
Oh, that's it. Browsing as a member. So there's a way for them to easily be like, browse my site as whatever. What's cool about that is like a visualization. You're asking the owner of the site to put themselves literally in the shoes of the customer.
Nobody does that enough. Build their site for either selling or logged in people, and it's really hard to do both.
They get really surprised. We should even almost not only browse as a member, but like walk them through. Go to the homepage. Oh, okay.
How do you log into your site? How do you?
You can't find the levels page from the homepage. That's a problem.